All right, I'm Joseph Downey with the Sports News Network, joined here by Spartan. Spartan, how you doing today, man?
Doing all right. How are you?
Doing very well, thank you. So how are you feeling today after that win you just took to solidify you guys into the upper bracket of bracket play?
Feels good. Started off a little slow, but we kind of just picked it up as the series went on, and I think a couple hours from now we'll be, even more warm and just gotta go hard.
Great. All right. So when it comes to Optic, are you guys kind of like chilled out now against them? Do you feel better having like a tournament warm-up practice against them when you're going into the bracket, because they are a tough team that everyone's looking at? You guys had the fortunate opportunity to already play them, and now you're qualified for the bracket. So does that feel like you're a little bit more ready for the next time?
Yeah, assuming we were to play them again in the tournament, I'm definitely confident. I think if we just stick to our game plans and kind of tweak a few things, we learned a lot during that series. So if we can apply like what we talked about, if we were to play them again, I definitely think it'll be a closer series and could go either way.
Great. So I did notice, actually, now that you're talking about these things after game, I did notice backstage you guys were discussing a lot post game. You guys took a lot of time to discuss some of the things you wanted to work on. How much of that goes into action during this actual tournament, and how much of that is just things to discuss when this is all over?
I mean, if you want to be a good player, a good team, you have to be able to make adaptations throughout a tournament. So, if you're making mistakes early on in the tournament and you pinpoint them and everybody talks about it and kind of discusses like their points of view, everybody comes to like a mutual understanding of how like certain things should be done or played, communicated, whatever. As long as you apply all that throughout the tournament, you can make massive differences. I don't think it's something that you just like kind of brush off and be like, yeah, well, we'll fix it after the tournament. Like, we're here to play now. We like everybody wants to win, and if you're going to want to win, you need to make those adaptations as soon as possible.
Absolutely, yeah. So going forward in the rest of this tournament, do you guys have a game plan set? What's your confidence level against like going all the way here on this weekend?
Confidence is good. I think we're a much better LAN team than we are an online team. So I mean, we're just feeling extra confident from that. And after the way that we played yesterday and today, there's a lot of mistakes, but there's also a lot of like, really clutch and icy moments from us. So like, we're showing what our potential is if we can just kind of capitalize on the things that we do really good and minimize on the mistakes that we make. Like, we can definitely go really far. It's just about applying everything we talked about, and when it comes down to it, like in match, just being able to do it.
Gotcha. And this is year 2 kickoff. Halo Infinite's in its second year now. It's not in that infantile stage anymore. What are you seeing in the differences from last year to this year?
I definitely think the competition is pretty solid right now. I think, teams are more like, overall teams are more condensed, but a lot of the talent has spread out to try to kind of like take down Optic, because they were just like the team to beat. And I think you're going to see more teams be more competitive, and I think throughout the year you'll see teams get better too. Like a lot of the teams at this tournament are much newer teams compared to that of Optic or SSG, even FaZe. Like, yeah, FaZe is technically a new team, but Frosty, Snake White World 2 have been together for freaking ever. So you slot in a player like Renegade, it's not like too hard to adjust, right? So but then you look at our team, brand new team. You look at like some other teams, they're all brand new. So I think as time goes on, that you're going to see like teams like our team and other teams just make even more improvements. And I think the skill gap and like competitive integrity is just going to be so like, it's going to be much closer.
All right, that's great. That's very hopeful words for year 2. We're seeing it already on stage, so that's wonderful. Do you have anything else that you want to say to people rooting you on? I know Sentinels has plenty of fans from all over.
Honestly, it's amazing. I've gotten a lot of love from Sentinels fans and everything. Thank you guys so much for supporting us, supporting me, and my teammates. Means a lot. We're heavily underrated. So we use that as fuel, but when we do have our fans like gassing us up and stuff, it means the world. So we appreciate you guys.
That's great. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us.